Morning. I'm Claire-Louise Hay from BeHealing.com. Welcome to Psychic Cafe. It's Friday. So I'm going to be pulling cards out for the weekend. And we've got a full moon. It's full moon today. Can't remember what time it is. But we've got a full moon today. 25th for me. 24th for some people. So I'm going to pull cards out for the collective. I'm going to do some channeling. See what's going on in the energies. Interesting full moon this time. Powerful one. Unless you've been already doing the work, and then I don't think it's that powerful. And what else? Oh yeah, if you want a mini read, then you can get one of those. Just check out that pinned comment in the live chat. The comment up top. Hey Karma Queen, hey Beth. Because it tells you it's by donation, so super chat, super sticker, or there's a PayPal link in that comment as well. And if you've got a question for your higher self, put a capital Q at the start of your comment just so that I can find it easily. Hey Chris, you're back. Your grandson looks just like you, Chris. So similar. So cute. Hey Christine. Welcome back, Chris. It looked like you had a great time, did you? I just had a sneezing fit. If I'm sounding a bit nasally, it's because I just had fat. You know when you just can't stop sneezing? And then there's a guy, the pool guy, that comes at between 6 and 7 in the morning. He started sneezing out there. We were both at it. And then I thought, what's in the air? Something must be in the air for us both to sneeze that much. So I'm feeling a bit nasally just because of that. It stopped anyway. Hey Melissa. Are you getting a break? Hey Maria. So what do y'all think of my old videos? Old Claire. I think about 30 or 40 people dropped off my channel, and I was expecting that. I thought this is gonna make a mess. It'll be the new people that have just come on, you know, seeing the old videos. They would different get it. Well, people that have been with me for a while will have gone, all right, this is really interesting. And I didn't want to lose that. You know, it's good stuff. People used to pay good money for that. Hey Connie, thank you. Yeah, I put it in a top knot at night and it comes out like this. Thank you, everybody. Let's get some cards out. Got myself a new watch band as well. I might keep on getting lots of bands. You like the old videos? Isn't it weird? There's some that I deleted. They just they weren't relevant anymore. But yeah, most of them I put up there, and yeah, interesting me looking at it because I can see how far I've come, not just in my video presenting skills or stuff like that, but I could see how unhealed I was. I could see all that stuff still inside of me. It's yeah, it's just a good thing that you don't have videos of me when I was a child or a teenager. You'd all not recognize me, even in my 20s. I was pretty much only being me when I was drunk. So I used to drink. I was only being me like this when I was drunk. It was my only way that I could be me. Yeah, I was just a shell of myself. But it's kind of nice how to just have that window back, you know. As soon as YouTube announced it yesterday, I had a little thing that popped up when I went on in the morning to check all of the comments and stuff on my channel. And it said they were going to delete all of the unlisted. And I don't blame them, hey, because they were very generous to let us put videos and house videos on YouTube for free that we would like, because all I had was I had them on my website. People could pay, and then they got a password to get on it, and they did it all, you know. So people weren't watching it in YouTube; they were watching it on my website. But it'd pop up in a YouTube window, and even if you clicked on that YouTube window, it wouldn't show it. You know what I mean? You couldn't get to YouTube, so they couldn't share it with anyone else. It was just great, but they were offering it for free, so I don't blame them for not doing that anymore. Because now, of course, they've got a platform where they've got the memberships and stuff like that. on here now, so I don't blame them for doing that. It was very generous of them because I used that for many years. Digital diary. Yeah. Hi Sherry, hi Connie, hi Timothy. They make designer kinds. I like these. This is the size bigger, which is good, but it's still a little bit tight. Like, because my wrist size changes considerably. I've got pretty big wrists because of my muscles. Um, but yeah, even this is a size up and it's still tight. Last night was like, constricting. I've watched some of my 100 meditation ones. That's another one, right? That's another one where you see me transforming. Hey, Sherry. Yeah, so it was just interesting. Yeah, so I got that notification from YouTube, and I thought I was going to go on a beach walk. But another part of me was also going to do an arm workout. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to sort this out right now. I'm not going to watch their video on when it's going to happen and shit like that. I'm just going to sort it out right now because I knew that I had a lot in there, and so went through it and just did it. I thought this is going to wreck my channel a bit. I know it will, because people, you know, when you suddenly upload 30 videos or something, whatever it was a lot. And it will take my algorithm down, but still, it's all done now. It's out now. What was my fave? The soulmate course. The soulmate course is really good. One of the videos has got Bingy in it as well. Male cat Bingo, Russian blue, darting up one of the trees behind me. Hi, Paula. Thanks, Christine. We've got past lives anyway. Let's come out here. Past lives. Was it in the energy update? For the full moon, there was something about, I don't know, I did so many readings. There was something about, even if you have a connection with someone in a past life, it could be that, yeah, this lifetime is to release them, to not let them disrupt your life. I feel so different now, Sherry, from that person. That was me. That was me when I was with my wound mate. That was me in an intense stage of healing. Yeah, I just feel so different now. Like I said, I was only my true self when I was drunk, which is why I used to like it so much. Now I'm my true self all the time, so I don't need to get drunk anymore. Yay! And I went on my app, because after I stopped drinking this time, and it had been a few weeks, and I realized, oh, I've stopped drinking for a while. I've got this app, this sober, I can't remember what it's called, and I thought I'll put the date that I stopped drinking in while I still remember it. Because remember, it was like I had a drink the week after my birthday, because I was only ever drinking on a Saturday night anyway then. So yeah, I'd been to my friend's place for my birthday, and it was the week after I'd had a drink there, not very much, and then that was the last time. So I put it in. But last night I thought I'll just check out the app and see how long it's been since I had a drink. And it was, what, 1 month, 22 days, 22 hours, 33 minutes, and 33 seconds. And I'm like, whoa. Well, that's double numbers. So I took a screenshot. When I took a screenshot, it was at 55 seconds. Well, it'd make people leave, because if someone's just new to my channel, say you've just watched my new moon reading, not that they would have done that because that came out after it, but say you've just watched my new moon reading, you're like, oh, her readings are really great. You click on subscribe, and then all of this old shit comes up. Unsubscribe. Yeah. I can see why people do it, but I think it would just be the recent ones, and that's all right. They might come back. You never know. Yeah, I will keep them. And I put both of the, what was it, the soulmate courses, the old version and the new version, newer version. I re-recorded it. It's good, isn't it? And I like doing stuff like that, you know. it's important that, first of all, that everyone knows that you don't need to be perfect to do stuff, right? And so whether you want to do a YouTube channel, I've already got feedback from someone that's got a YouTube channel saying thank you for doing that, because they see where you've come from. A lot of people don't do that on their YouTube channels. They get rid of their old stuff and make it all polished and stuff like that, you know. So there's that. And we all need that, whether you're doing a YouTube channel or not. We all need permission to be ourselves and just give it a go and just do it. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? You can just do it. And what else? Yeah, and seeing all the stages as well. Seeing all the stages of me. Not all of them, though. You'd all cry if you saw the early stages of me. Christine! What would have been your son's 37th birthday? Wow. What happened to your son, Christine? Thanks for your donation. Yeah, they'll be back, I'm sure, those noobs. The noobs that left. Completion one step at a time. This is really good, Christine. Completion one step at a time. You know, because this full moons are all about completions, but this is a particularly poignant one where it's repeating patterns from a long time ago kind of thing that are ending now. And it's not like it's just around this time. Like I said in the update, it's stuff we've been working on anyway. It's stuff you're working on anyway. But yeah, I got completion and one step at a time. So you're getting there. You're getting there anyway. Things are changing. Leaving the old ways behind. You know that. You're doing great work. Cot death. Oof, sorry to hear that. Wow. Completion one step at a time. I wonder if there's a bit of a guardian there for you. Maybe. So you are ending those things that you want to end in your life and preparing for something new. Awesome. Follow your knowing. Keep on using your intuition, Christine, and because you're preparing for something new now. A change in your circumstances because of those completions that you're having now, what you're putting behind you now. So interesting. I got so much feedback from that, from the energy update for the full moon. A lot of people getting ahas, going, that's what I do. I clean up everyone's messes. It seems to have been the missing piece for a lot of people, that it need to be put to them that way. It's not your job to clean up everyone else's messes. So keep on following your intuition, Christine. You're doing a great job with those completions. You've come a long way. Even in here, you know, we've seen it, haven't we, everybody? How far Christine's come. It's an honor, really. Philip. It's gotta be hard. I had a miscarriage at 8 weeks when I was making those videos. Not like while I was making those videos, but around that time, yeah. And that's my only. I'm kind of glad that happened. Sounds bad to say that, but yeah. I didn't need that experience, you know. Have another child while I was still healing. Nah. I wonder if it's your guide now. Could be. Thank you, Paula. You got a question, Paula? General, what do you need to know? Paula. Thanks for your donation. Connie Paula. Is that? No, it's Paula. Okay, Paula. Forgive them and criticism. Right. So I've mentioned this, I think, in the full moon update too, is that whenever we make a change, whenever we up level, whenever we decide to change something in ourselves, leave something behind, step up in some way, the people around us feel the disconnection in that. We always feel good when we're connected with people, right? Think of meeting someone new and then realizing that you have something in common, and how great you feel when you realize that you've got something in common. Connection feels great to human beings. Disconnection feels terrible to human beings. So when we change, we force that disconnection onto people and don't like it. And yes, they criticize, they react to it. We all do. We all do exactly the same thing. We all react to it. And so it's a natural human thing to do, is to react to it. So yeah, they'll react, they'll criticize you for for growing, for learning, for all the good things, but they don't see that. They just feel the disconnection. That's all it is. It's not that they're trying to drag you backwards, but they kind of are. Because it would be more comfortable for them if you stayed where you were. But yeah, it's not malicious is what I'm saying. It's just being a human being. So forgive them for criticizing you. Don't let it hold you back. Absolutely don't let it hold you back. Keep on going anyway. Because it happens every step of the way. And it happens for everything too. You make a slightest bit of change and people don't like it. Paula, gratitude and is it true? Oh, you're taking it on too much. Oh, okay. So back to that criticism. So when people, you might be taking everything as guidance a little bit too much. You might be taking that too far, Paula. And by that, I mean that criticism that you get, it's now your higher self is telling me that you're grateful for that. So you're taking it on as if they're giving you little nuggets of things that you need to know about yourself. They're not. They're just reacting to the changes that they're seeing you. Yeah, don't take it as guidance. So gratitude and is it true? This is saying you're taking it a little bit too far. You're taking the inner work a little bit too far, and being grateful for things that it's part of life, human beings. So forgive them for the criticism, realize it's just a reaction and that's okay. It's just like a human reaction. It's not about you really. And yeah, and don't take it on board what they're saying and try and use it as guidance. Let it go. Let it go. Power. What's going on? The message about cleaning up others' messes came right on time. My hopeful Sunday ex was telling me my son has warrants for arrest. Whoa. My daughter is dealing with the cops of her second. Drunk driving. Asked her if she's done cleaning up the messes yet and bailing them out of jail. Yeah, absolutely. Mr. Bowers, long story short, you had a story, did you? I didn't see messages before. Oh, yeah. Your daughter decided to put duct tape, duct tape over my son's mouth today. Shut up. We all want to do it, don't we? Hi, Sherry. Thank you for your donation. Could you possibly give me some relationship insight? Possibly could. Relationship insight for Sherry. You're welcome. That makes sense to you, Paula? So I did an arm workout, Caroline Gervin workout yesterday morning, and then I went for my massage. I needed the massage right after it as well. So I'm a bit stiff. Relationship insight. It's complicated, isn't it? Wow, you've got to follow my knowing and who perceives the perceiver. It's complicated. Who perceives the perceiver? We can get so entrenched in things. Who perceives the perceiver? That's about like You seen them more clearly than they can see themselves. But so what? That doesn't mean that you're responsible for what's going on inside of them, and to even to give them those messages. I realized that as a reader. I didn't need to pass on all the messages, all the information that I get to people. Sure I do when they pay me or when I'm working. But I don't need to be walking around working all the time. Likewise, you can see things in people. You don't have to tell them. You don't have to help them. You don't have to clear it up. You don't have to even voice it. That's not your place to do that. And so, overcomplicating relationships by your awareness and your ability to intuitively, yeah, maybe, but your ability, your awareness, and your ability to see things more clearly. It's complicating relationships doing that. It's not your place to do that. Yeah, it's not your place to do that. It's kind of a relationship wrecker when we start as a therapist and unpicking people in a relationship, um, to help them. Do that with clients instead. If you want to do that, be a therapist, not in relationships. So that's an example of our awareness and our intuition working against us. It's the negative expression of it. Yeah. Allow respect. So what do we do when we do that, when we're overanalyzing people in a relationship? We're saying that we don't trust them, really. We don't trust them to figure it out themselves, to manage themselves, to follow their own path within themselves as well. It's like, I know what's right for you. Here. This is what's wrong with you. Do this, do this. Yeah. So allow that respect to be there. Allowing the respect. So it's like when you don't say something, when you see something but you don't say it. We do it all the time, right? Think of like your friends, and your friends are doing something that you don't agree with, or that you know is going to end up in them in trouble or whatever. We know out of respect when to not say it, right? So just do the same thing in relationships. Allow that respect to be there, and it will be vice versa too. The things that will be annoying you in relationship about what they do to you, they're likely to stop that when you stop it. A lot of secrets. Yeah. Yeah, don't do it too much. You don't need to. I mean, you just don't need to. We don't need to have that position. We don't need to give ourselves that role in relationships. Cleaning up the masses, right? A duct tape. I didn't used to use the duct tape, but I used to with my kids. If they were having like an emotional episode and getting angry about something, and then they would start yelling at me about something, I just used to start yelling, not yelling like words, just like ah, and just until they'd laugh and just let it go. When a kid gets swept up in their emotions like that, just go ah, and then everyone would start ah until it was all out. Who's that? Connie, thank you. I did see a cue from you. Cue from Connie. It was ages ago though, wasn't it? Can't see. There. Tonight is our full moon. Advice from high self. Yes. Oh, God, my arms. She's a killer, that Caroline German. Her workouts are incredible. My glutes are still hurting from Monday. I think it was Monday, or was it Tuesday? And it wasn't even a glute workout, it was the leg workout. And it was meant to be glute work day yesterday. I might be able to do it today, but wow, she's a killer. Her workouts are incredible. Connie, What about this full moon for you? I like this. I like this for you. So you've obviously already been doing the work and letting go of things already, because you are being heard. Like, this isn't just like the universe hearing you with that self-love. You've got I am heard and self-love here. It's not just the universe hearing you, yes, which is often what this card means. It's other people taking notice now. I'm going to match you in that. It happens. We've got to keep up that self-love for a while, and then people change. That people start respecting us more. There's a bit of a lag time. There is a bit of a lag time before people start responding to that, but this is saying that people have started responding to it now. You increasing your self-love. It's not my neck, it's my this traps. Nice. Right. So, Connie, this is interesting. You got success and be supportive here. This is saying that whatever you've just been letting go of that's caused this self-love and a new level of self-respect that people are starting to respond to now. It's the key is that it was the missing link behind you not feeling supported by people before. It seemed like the lack of support was there. It seemed like they would be bringing you down or telling you why you couldn't and things like that, instead of lifting you up and telling you why you can. It's going to change now. You're going to get that support in now, because so then you can head toward that success. It's interesting, isn't it? It's some of the seemingly unrelated inner stuff that we need to do that unlocks success. Because in readings before, you might have been told, I might have told you, you need to let people support you. And it's like, I'm trying. But then you unlock it with this self-love thing, finding this new level of self-respect. They start respecting you more. They're actually hearing your new energy, start respecting you more, and then they'll be more supportive. So, yeah, and that's what was holding you back before. It's great. So keep going with that, the self-love, the self-respect. And if you are in that in-between stage when you change it in yourself and then other people aren't responding to that change yet, they will do soon. You are being heard. Hey, Jamie. You are being heard there. So that's great. So you're going to get that support that you've been wanting. It's always the way, right? Self-love behind everything. That's your full moon advice, Connie. Pretty much saying that you're already doing the right thing. Just stick it out. Keep on doing that same thing, Connie. Raising your self-respect, raising your self-love. Because you're being heard now because of it. Been trying to teach your ex, your hurtful ex. Stop it. Stop teaching. You don't need to be the teacher. But I guess when you've got kids with them, it's hard not to be, huh? Yeah, Paula, you're right. If you always bail your kids out, they may miss an important lesson. Just push them out the door and let them do it themselves. Thanks, Maria. I did it. I gave up the alcohol. Not by mistake. It just happened. It wasn't a plan. It wasn't planned this time. Like, usually I'll have a few months off each year, and it's planned. I don't plan it beforehand. I just decide I'm going to stop alcohol. I didn't this time. It was just, I think it's probably twice, maybe 3 times in the last couple of months where I've either thought about having a drink or been offered a drink. I think once been offered a drink, 2 times thought maybe in the daytime I might have a drink this evening, and then I totally forgot about it. And the time that I was offered a drink, I'm like, or I thought, I don't want to wreck my sleep. And it does. It wrecks my sleep, even a little bit of alcohol. Because that wrecks my work the next day and it wrecks my training the next day. I'm like, no, why would I want to do that? It's like, whoa, it's totally different. I've not tried to give up. And isn't that the way? It's the way it happens. It's, you heal yourself enough that you haven't got the driving force to do any of those things anymore. There's nothing to numb out to anymore. And then, so I'm not getting any benefits from it anymore. Yeah. Like I was saying before, I only used to be myself when I was drinking alcohol. I was getting benefit from it. Oh my God, without it, there wouldn't be any point in living before, because I would have never have been myself. That would be horrible. So at least I had that out before. But yeah, but thanks anyway. But it was unintentional giving up of alcohol. It just happened. What does your higher self want to tell you about this full moon? Maria, thanks for your donation. And yours, Chris and Jane. Maria! Validate your choices and play. Oh, validate your choices and play. Interesting. Interesting because, yeah, we can criticize ourselves for it, can't we? Playful side of ourselves, beat ourselves up for it, to think, why did I do that? It wasn't sensible. Anything playful that you do, be raising up your vibration. So this is saying that you've got like two voices in your head. One of them, of course, we all have that, the angel and the devil on our shoulders, right? And you might have them mixed up. It might be the angel that says, have some fun, but you're thinking it's the devil. And then afterwards, you think it's the angel that's saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that. But it's not. It's the devil saying, oh, you shouldn't have done that. The devil is the one that pokes at your fears and things like that. So, yeah, validate your choices instead, because it raises your vibration. I think that raises your vibration is a good thing. Maybe I do need to make a video sometime about my alcohol journey, because people need to hear that. Like, I've heard that from my guides. Don't ever tell people to quit the drugs and stuff, because I know myself that when it's needed, it's needed. It's a self-loving thing to do when things are extreme. Validate your choices. Not that that's got anything to do with you, Marie, but validate your choices of play, and don't get them switched around, the devil and the angel. Yeah, you have been doing the work. I can tell, Connie. Prepare for a new beginning. More joyful, more fun. New beginning. Stop beating yourself up, Maria. Stop beating yourself up for not being serious. It's almost like you'll do those things and then you'll beat yourself up for it afterwards. You'll do some fun things, or you'll allow yourself some play, and then you're like, ooh. Maybe someone used to do that. Maybe a parent or a teacher, making you feel bad about it afterwards for having fun, and you've picked up where they left off, telling yourself those things. But yeah, I'm getting this message clearly that you've got an angel and devil on your shoulder, like we all have, but you're getting them mixed up. You think that sometimes when it comes to fun, you think that the angel's voice is the devil's voice and the devil's voice is the angel's voice. Who have we got next? Chris, I think. Chris. We're fighting, Connie. We're fighting with PayPal. Oh my God, I had a fight yesterday. Oh, so I had bank issues a month ago, where I couldn't get money out of the ATM because it said my card had expired, and I was like, oh my God, I hadn't even looked at the expiry date on it. And then when I needed some cash out, I used my credit card, and it charged me $60 for the privilege. Granted, I took like $1,300 out or something like that. So it's not that bad really, but still, $60 charge is a lot. I know when you take cash out on your credit card, it's a lot. I paid it off instantly, but still. Anyway, So it comes time for me to get money out again. Yesterday, running out of money. I had 900 baht in my purse. I was going for my massage, which is 700 baht, and I'm like, not a problem because I'll just get some money out. My new cash card, ATM card hasn't arrived yet, but it's on its way. It's still trying to get out of Australia. That was weeks ago. It should have been here already, but apparently Australia Post is really slow now. So I thought, not a problem. I'll have my massage, get some food. I'll have no money left then, but it's all right because I can get some money out, right? Oh God. So then I put my credit card in the ATM. It wouldn't give me any money. It says contact your bank. I'm like, damn, damn. And now I've got no cash. Anyway, so I came back here and I contacted them. And they said, oh, you've got a fraud block on your card. I'm like, why? Because an hour and a half ago, someone tried to take money out in Thailand. I'm like, that was me. It was me. Oh, well, the block's been removed now. It gets removed after an hour. Try it again. I'm like, don't do it again, please. Because trying it again means, of course, I've got to go to an ATM. And then it was like midday. And I don't really want to be out in the midday sun because it's really stinking hot. But it worked that time. Whew. You got a laughing sticker. Relationship for you, Chris. So yeah, that was a bit scary. And when I was talking to the bank, I was saying, and I was doing a chat thing with the bank, and she said, you do know, like, if you take money out on your credit card, it will cost you a lot of money. I said, yeah, but I don't have an option. I'm in Thailand and I've got no other way of taking money out of my account at the moment because I'm still waiting on my ATM card to come. And she's like, oh yeah, I can see why it's stressing you out then. Thank you. Can you make sure it goes through this time? Chris, relationship for you. Don't like this. It says service and I'm heard. Being of service. But that's not good because that's what we're trying to leave behind. Being of service in relationships? Nah. Guidance. Is that what you do? Is that what you do, Chris? What I was just been talking about before. Being the therapist, being the aware one, pointing things out, helping them out. We don't need to be that. The guide in relationships, don't be that. Don't want to be that. Don't be that. Do that in work instead or something. Not in romantic relationships. So yeah, don't use your awareness. We just don't need to take that role on. It's not healthy to take that role on. And as I said before, it's a sign, we do it with our friends, right? Sign of respect and to not say certain things because it's not our place to. And it's not our place to in a relationship. And maybe you've thought that it is your place to do that in a relationship. No. So that's interesting, isn't it? Because that is coming up a lot now in these energies. And so it's a fundamental thing that if we have that in our energy that we're willing to do that, what we're going to do, we're going to attract the broken ones, the masses, the ones that don't have that awareness, that are just going to be projects, the ones to help, the ones to be of service to. Nah, don't want that. Think about what it is that you want in your home and in your relationships. I said this in the energy update. What is it that you want? Nurturing, a soft place to land, somewhere where it's just peaceful. You don't want it to be like an office, like work. I had that. I had that with my wound mate. It was exhausting. I was his coach, I was his therapist, I was like running his business, starting off his business and running mine, and I just did it all. Way too willing to be of service in a relationship. We attract those. So don't do that, Chris. Don't be willing, and then maybe you'll stop attracting the projects. Jamie, high self-guidance for you. Can't stand that. Oh, hopefully I've caught you then. Jamie. Hey, Nikki. And Meow Meow. Jamie. Sorry, I was just checking whether you'd left already or whether you said that you couldn't hang around or whatever. Jamie, move away and grace. This is interesting. So Jamie, this is kind of saying that you grace being in the flow. But if you to move away from that, why would you want to move away from that? Well, to take more of the reins of your life, to take more control, to set yourself some goals, to move to set a goal and move toward it. This is saying take more control of your life. You're the creator spirit in this. Sometimes we can take surrender too far and think that fate has our back and fate is sorting us all out for us and fate is the creator and we can just sit back and let life happen to us. And that's not true. We're the creative spirits in here. So you can, of course, it's always about balance. You can take it too far. You can take surrender too far and the grace thing too far, where you stop being the creative spirit and stop giving yourself direction and going toward things. Don't do that. Balance. There's a balance between being goal-oriented, purposeful, being the creator. If we take that too far, then we get too controlling and we're not surrendering and letting go. And then there's the opposite. Well, we're too much surrender, too much with the flow, not creating anymore. There's a sweet spot in the middle. Find that sweet spot, because at the moment you're too far in the surrender. So yeah, I'm seeing this over and over again in my readings, is this guidance that there's not one guidance that's right. It's always the balance that's right. It's not either way. So one spiritual teacher might say, just let go. Another spiritual teacher says, set some goals and head toward it. And they're both right and they're both wrong. There's a sweet spot right in the middle there. Overwhelming and reach out. Okay. So when I say take control, I don't mean... God, this is complicated. I don't mean try and get things to go the way that you want them from the people and the certain circumstances that you want them from. That's not what I mean. The sweet spot is setting a goal like, I'm going to experience love, or a new relationship, or get this job, or whatever. Not get that person to love me, or get that particular job, or stuff like that. So maybe that's why you've headed more into surrender, because when you try and set goals, you're not making them expansive enough. Set them as expansive goals, and then surrender. Let your higher self lead you there. So overwhelming, reach out. This is saying that when you do take the controls, it's overwhelming to you, because then you think that you have to do it all. You don't. You don't. So you're on the roller coaster then. You're going from one extreme to another, instead of finding that sweet spot in the middle of being able to set a goal, an expansive goal that allows many different avenues for it to come in, and then the surrender, mixing the surrender in with it. Trust in that one. There you go, Jamie. So yeah, that overwhelm would have had you backing off, taking the controls. You know, my guys have been saying to flirt and stuff lately. A new guy showed up at training yesterday and I didn't flirt. I was attracted to and I didn't flirt. And it was like, Claire, what are you doing? Maybe you'll be there today. Who's next? Did I do everybody? Oh, I think I've got a PayPal one in. trying to figure out what to set your goal on. What do you want to experience next? Tracy, thank you. Tracy, you got a question? Did I miss it? I didn't think you did that either, Chris. What kind of diet did you do? Me, Nikki? I diet. Don't diet. I eat a lot lately. So I work out so much. Protein focused. I don't know what to say. It's specific to me. Makes sense, Jamie. You're welcome. Who was it? Who did I just say then? Oops. Tracy. Got a question, Tracy? Let's get cards out for the collective. I do lots of working out, Nikki. But yeah, I lost the majority of my weight through intermittent fasting. Now, what I did was because I started training every day because I was working out with professional athletes, and I'm like, I can do what they do, and it feels good to do what they do. But then I realized, but hang on a minute, I'm 50 years old. Maybe I need to be learning more about this and about making sure that I'm not jeopardizing my body in some way. So I started, this was a couple of years ago, a few years ago, 3-4 years ago, and I started researching athletes, diet for athletes, and yeah, it's interesting. And I quickly lost the weight. When I realized that I'd been under proteining myself, which is really a really bad idea as you get older. You need more protein than ever when you get older. And yes, it made such a difference. Oh my God. To my recovery, suddenly I was giving my body what it needed. And then it didn't have to like cling on for dear life. So yes, I was right to question that I had been stressing my body out. Wasn't giving it the right ingredients. Tracy, you got a question? Who's this? Cuddles. Oh, Meet Fluff. She's patiently waiting for you. This is for everybody, by the way. Meet Fluff. She's patiently waiting for you to stop your super important get it done task and give her lots of love. She assures you that her fur is a cloud of softness that will melt all your thoughts away. Little Fluff is all about savoring the experience of being alive in your body. Time to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect to the lush, tactile world instead. Stretch like a cat until you quiver. Feel the air on your skin and the earth under your paws. Cuddle in with this kitty and feel her paws awaken your heart. Tactile kind of past lives. Hi, Penny. Nice. See you, Jerry. What am I getting out now? What are these? And then let's get into the tarot. Here we go. Tracy. J.R. Ewing. He shot J.R. Remember that, everybody? Those as old as me. He shot J.R. Dallas. No rain today. Happiness. Okay. This is for the collective, and then I'm Tracy. And I'm Tracy. 37, no rain today. It's a happy card. No rain today. Comfort. Oh, again, comfort. Positive view of life, energy, shine. In this card, we see the sun banishing a crying cloud. There'll be no rain today. The sun gives warmth and comfort. Her rays grant life and strength. They chase away grief and loss. On dark days, turn your face toward the sun and let the shadows fall behind you. Slip on your dancing shoes, if only for a moment, and let the energy through your body. Surround yourself with positive, happy people to foster an environment where you can shine. Yes. Who did shoot JR? I can't remember. Is your relationship with JR worth continuing? Let's find out. Yes. Let's find out more about that. Allow physical action. Allow it to get physical. Allow them to take action too. Give them space to take action. Sometimes we can be too willing to put more effort in than other people are. No, and not because they're not putting in effort, just because they've got different priorities. So say, because some people are like really relationship focused, right? And they're happy to put a lot of their attention into that. And then if they get together with someone that's like more career focused, or they've got a nice balance of a lot of different things. If you think like they might focus on their relationship, or they might think 2 hours a day is enough to focus on a relationship because they've got a lot of other stuff going on. Then if you're with someone like that, then no, they're not going to be messaging you all day. If you're the kind of person that is just totally focused on relationship all the time and expecting them to message you all day, you're going to think there's something up when there's not. So this is saying, like, give someone time. Give someone time to miss you. Give someone time to actually take that action. Don't always step in. Allow physical action. Allow them. Give them time to actually do something. Oh, it's all very unknown now. Yes, worth pursuing, worth carrying on with, but you got the mystery card out here, and it's along with, is it true? So I feel like, yeah, there's lessons to be had in this relationship, and it could be about that. It could be a mismatch, but sometimes the mismatches, especially if it's like that, if like you're totally relationship focused, they're not. They could be teaching you about that balance. You might think, oh, well, they're too focused on their work. And they could be thinking, well, they're too focused on relationship. And you might both be trying to teach each other that balance. It's important, right? I used to be really relationship focused. I'm not anymore. And it was so refreshing. Like Mr. Last Year, he wasn't totally relationship focused. It was great because we could do our own thing. So yeah. But mystery and is it true? It seems like a lesson relationship, this to me, but an important one. It feels like it's, maybe they all are, teaching us balance, teaching you balance. You're leaving on a week-long vacation. Woo! We'll miss you. Kristen Shepard, played by Mary Crosby. Kristen. Oh yeah, I remember. Thanks for remembering, Melissa. Chris. It means that you're too willing to use your awareness within a relationship. So in other words, you're too willing to be the aware one within a relationship. So you're not expecting your partner. You're not looking for someone who's aware of themselves, that's doing things for themselves. You're willing to to do it for them in a way. Isn't it interesting? We think that we need to like a relationship to get into it, and the universe is like, but you're already holding this energy that's going to attract the wrong kind of person to you, because of what we're willing to do within that relationship. If you're willing to be the one that has the awareness, be the aware one, the one that sees deeper into things, then you're looking for someone that doesn't have that in them or aren't willing to do that for themselves. You know? But if you're not willing to be that in a relationship, if you're like, yeah, I'm just going to be selfish and use my awareness for myself, I'm not going to baby anyone or be their awareness or be their teacher or be their therapist or any of that. Not willing to do that. I just want a buddy by my side who's sorting their own shit out. Then we're going to attract a completely different kind of person. How that makes more sense to you. You kayaking with women. Oh, I love kayaking. I've done it for ages. Maybe I should kayak over to Llewllyn. Coffee's run out. Okay, that's everybody. Get some more out. Spider Woman. Universal connection. And Duggar. Duggar. Boundaries. Oh. Isn't that interesting after what I was just saying? Our universal connection. Why have we got this universal connection? Why do we have this higher awareness of ourselves and of what stuff that's going on? It's for us. It's for our lives. It's not to be the servant and clear up everyone else's messes. It's not to be the savior of the world. It's for our lives. It's for ourselves. All of the gifts that we're given and we're born with, they're for ourselves and our lives. Sure, we're going to share them too, but that's not why we're given them. We're not given them as the universal cleaner, the one that comes here to clean everything up. There's so many people with that martyrdom kind of a complex going on. And it's not true. It's interesting because, I've been into this skincare stuff. I'm not watching it so much anymore because I feel like I don't know, I feel spent on that now. Like I'm not being told anything new. But one of the teachers on there that I never really connected with, called Hiram, with a channel, he's brought out a new skincare range. And straight away, I'd see his videos popping up, but there was just a look on his face in all the thumbnails, like a real smug look. I didn't like the energy of his thumbnails, and I never watched any of it. In fact, I never watched any of his videos again after he brought that out. There was just something not right about that energy. And then James, that I do watch, and James Welsh, that I do still subscribe to and watch, did a review of it, of Hiram's new products. And I thought, okay, I watched James about it. And there it was straight away. That whole martyrdom thing, I didn't like it. Straight away, it's like, yeah, I was right, this energy is off. And then I look at the comments in James's video, and everyone's saying the same thing. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people were saying the same thing. That he's used like stock footage of like third world stuff in his marketing, and it's all martyrdom, white savior complex kind of stuff. I felt it in his thumbnail straight away. But that's an example. I wonder how I was going to do with that. But yeah, Spider Woman, our universal connection. We've got to have boundaries around that and really honor it. It's for us. Spider Woman, universal connection. She doesn't come out very much, Spider Woman. Does she? Haven't seen her much at all. Spider Woman. She's Native American. Spider Woman is connecting you to all the vital threads in the universe. Center yourself and tap into those connections within and above you. Remember that we're all connected through this universal energy. You're woven into this incredible fabric. That's creepy. Yeah, it is. It's creepy. It is. It's weird. It's weird energy. Like, as I said, I felt it straight away from his thumbnails, but there's this smugness. I don't know what it was. I don't know the look on his face or what, but I didn't like the energy behind it. Yeah. Durga says boundaries. Durga comes out a lot. Great goddess of war and protection, Durga is leaping into your life right now to help you establish boundaries. Boundaries are one of the greatest ways you can take care of yourself. Remember to draw clear ones to protect and preserve your inner spirit. Boundaries around your universal connection, your intuition, your awareness, all of that. Use it for yourself and your own path and your own journey. Oops. We might be seeing a lot of stuff like that as well, because that's what's in the energies at the moment. So people might be falling over. It's not, it's not a major thing, but people might be going through lessons like that, and we might see a lot of things like that coming out, like that skincare thing that I was just saying about. I don't know, could be a control freak. I'm not sure. I mean, there's a lot of people trying to do right on stuff at the moment and falling over because of that. I did the same. Like when I gave up my corporate work, I went to do voluntary work in Uganda and learned a hell of a lot of lessons. I thought I was there to give them so much and there to help because they needed help. And no, they gave me a lot. Like, I learned a hell of a lot there. And how doing charity work in Africa, what, and how arrogant and ridiculous I was to think that I had something to offer them. Yeah, I learned a lot of lessons when I did that. And even about charity and what a devastating effect it can have, what the enabling aspect of it, when you give free food. I mean, that was something that was told directly to me, that aid that came in, that free food that came in, it was devastating to them, absolutely devastating to them, because they got lazy. Some people got lazy. They stopped growing their own food. And then when the free food stopped, they were fucked. Because they hadn't been growing the food, they got lazy. And it's just, yeah. I was woken up to a lot of stuff. And it made me question that right on, I know better, I can help them, they've got it bad kind of thing. I question it every time now because when it pops up in myself, right? Headed toward a hard lesson when we do stuff like that. Let's get one of these out. Wow. That's it. A hand up. Just the ones that are already trying to get a hand up. The ones that are already reaching up, they're the ones you give a hand up to. Everything else is enabling. Am I ready to let go of this buried shame? Ooh, letting go, full moon. The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. Wow. Shame. When you live in shame, you live in darkness. What part of you is ready to stand in the light? Is there any shame from a past experience that's ready to be healed? Wow. Okay, well, I've not picked up on this energy with the full moon. Heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. I did wonder whether there was some synchronicities in that YouTube doing what it did yesterday and me uploading those videos. And it did pop into my mind, maybe this is something to do with this full moon and me putting those out. Hey, Deborah. You're awake. Because it's the full moon. That's why you're awake. Heal the shame by giving it a name. Bring it to the light and let it be seen, heard, and healed. It's revival season. It's revival season. Replace the shame with your soul's truth. My soul's truth is fill in the blank. The feeling of shame is the lowest energy frequency there is. Wow. Feeling bad about ourselves. James who? James Welsh. Welsh. I like his channel. It's good. It's funny, Timothy, you hang out with women. I hang out with men mostly. Not because I've got anything against women. Not at all. I don't do a lot of hanging out. Mostly introverted. I need more coffee and let's do some tarot. Coffee! And it's not, I don't hang out with men more just because there's a problem with women. I mean, there's not, it's not because I think women are bitchy or whatever. It can be. But so can men be. I just seem to connect. I just seem to be doing the things that more men will do rather than women will do. I guess. Yeah, Deborah, we haven't seen you for a long time. Where in the world are you? Usually asleep at this time. In Europe somewhere, right? Ow. Let's get some tarot out. Okay, tell us more about this full moon. What else do we need to know? Because it always takes it to a deeper level in cafe, I find. The veil is thin. The veil is thin on this one. Able to unpick things, see through things. Patterns that we've held for a long time. South Africa. The Sun. Justice and the Magician. And the Fool. The Fool and the Magician next to each other. That's because I've still not shuffled this deck properly. 3 a.m. Wow. Yeah, it's the full moon, isn't it? So the Sun came out first. I slept fine last night, though. Sun. Which is our inner child. It's our inner joy coming back. I was retrieving that. The veil is thinner, so we're able to see through some patterns, see deeper into some patterns that we've had to let go of them more. So we can start new journeys, so we can create new journeys to get our justice. So it's almost like things can be revealed to us that around now, this full moon. Yeah, the ahas, not why, but how, yeah, maybe why too. We've been doing things the way that we have. Anyway, so we can manifest and start a new journey that is more in line with the joyful inner children. does seem to be past life stuff coming up lately. I've noticed in people talking about that and about past life karma. I'm just trying to think. I was about to say, not once in a reading has any higher self said that it's just to do with past life karma, what they're going through in this lifetime. It's always the stuff that we're going through in this lifetime, karma, stuff that we're experiencing. But there are connections with what we're experiencing in this lifetime with past lifetimes. But we're still manifesting it, creating it in this lifetime with what we're doing. With how we're thinking, with the energy that we're holding, with what we're doing in this lifetime. So we don't bring things through from past lifetimes and then, suffering in this lifetime from the last lifetime. We do, however, choose our circumstances to give us the right lessons, the right circumstances, and to get on the path that we want to get on this time around. So in case anyone was wondering about the past life stuff around this time, because I know people have been, I've noticed that on social media, a lot of people asking about past life stuff. I think I just hang out with men because they're doing more fun things. Although now I'm doing the Caroline Gervin workout, so I'm connecting with more women online that are doing that. Specifically, women that are really taking charge of their health and the body and stuff like that to the same level that I was. I've been kind of an outlier. I've not been. Oh no. Been around a couple of people, just a couple of women training with similar, but not many. There's not many. I don't think there's many anywhere, so it's kind of nice to connect. But what I've found is that men are more likely to do the sports and stuff. I mean, they are. They just are. The fun stuff. To me, it's fun to me. We've got the Four of Swords out here, healing. Putting down burdens, Ten of Wands. Healing now, Four of Swords. You hung out with the guys when you were younger. Yeah. Do you think guys do more fun stuff? I don't know. I think that's what it is. Like, I don't seek to hang out with guys. I just do seem to have more in common with them. I don't know, they just seem to be there doing the things that I'm doing. Four of Swords. Four of Swords often highlights an opportune time to retreat from the stress and chaos of the world. Ah, yeah, that was in the energy update. If you've been experiencing any setbacks or difficulties, take a moment to reflect and meditate on the issues at hand. You'll need this time to recuperate and revitalize yourself in order to face or resolve potential challenges that may return. That's what Spider-Woman said, hey? Women are so dramatic. You see, that I don't have that. That's what I was meaning when I was getting my coffee. It's not for any reasons like that. I don't think. Of course, there's some that are dramatic. There's men that are dramatic too, though. Some are bitches, but some men are bitches too. I don't have any reasons like that. I'm not staying away from women because of reasons like that. I'm not staying away from women. They're just, and I do connect with them. The women that do join me where I'm at with the boys, absolutely. I probably connect with them more than I do the men, but it's very rare that a woman shows up doing that stuff. You need this time to recuperate and revitalize yourself in order to face or resolve potential challenges that may return. Got stuff coming back. Buried shame. It seems we need to tend to ourselves. A little bit more at the moment. This pause will help give you fresh perspective and allow you to process the experience without feeling too pressured or rushed. A wonderful time for introspection and self-exploration. Solitude, even more solitude than we already had. There are a couple of women. Couple? Well, there's one still here. Yeah, there's a couple that are still here. It's very rare that it happens, but some women just, I make them feel really insecure about themselves. They take it so personally, who I am, how I look. They take it really personally, like I'm a major threat to them. And the men, and their men or men that could be attracted to them, they take me as a major threat. And they're so bitchy toward me, it's ridiculous because of it. Very rare though, but there are a couple on the island that are like that. Whatever. Let's try again. And if we are seeking balance in ourselves as well, then that would make sense, wouldn't it? To hang around with the opposite sex. They're the ones that are more likely going to bring more balance to us. Teach us those more balancing things. We've got the Queen of Pentacles. She keeps on coming out, doesn't she? Queen of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles. Oh, look who's on the bottom of the deck. The King of Pentacles. And then the Four of Wands. Get out of here. We know about them already, don't we? I won't talk about the King and Queen of Pentacles. They're stable. And they do care. But in a healthy way. For each other and for themselves. Very stable in themselves. It's all about their insecurities. Yeah. Whatever. Stay away from them. Silly girls. One of them. I mean, it's kind of sweet that she thinks that I might even in the slightest be attracted to a boyfriend, which I'm not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. But it's like, wow, you think your boyfriend is that nice that nah. He's a friend. He's a friend of mine too, but crazy girlfriend. Yeah, I used to have some interesting conversations with him before he got together with her. And that was quite a long time ago. Now I just stay away from him because he's got a crazy girlfriend. Knight of Swords, dashing. Hi, Gabe. Knight of Swords. I'm going to read that one out. And the other one's single and she just sees me as a threat. Gabe, what's your higher self wanting to tell you? Thanks for your donation. Create freedom. If you're wondering what to create next, create freedom. Set yourself free. This is binds in your mind. Constrictions that you have in your mind. We're all free to do whatever. I was doing a private reading the other day and it said similar lines to this. We're all free We're all completely free to have any experience that we want on this planet, but we make up these rules why we can't do that. And who won't let us do that and all of this. And in that person's it said, you're free to, what was it? Join the circus in Mongolia. You know, you could do that. And like, imagine if you did that, join the circus in Mongolia. You could do that, right? You could set yourself, you could sell all your stuff, or you could just leave it all behind. You could break free of all everything that you've been choosing to subscribe to go along with. We all have this freedom to do anything that we want to do, but we don't. We go along with the narrative. We accept some limitations and we believe in them and we're like, yeah, I've got these limitations and I can't break free from that. But you actually can. So create the freedom that you want, game. Because it's not true. Those limitations aren't true. We can make them true, but it's because we're subscribing to it. And you don't need to. So I would suggest questioning the limitations that you think you have or the restrictions that you think you have. What do you think you're locked into? What freedoms don't you think you have? I would question all of that around this time. Because it's a perfect time to wake up. Wow. Like, really? I mean, I can say it from my perspective because I've broken free of a lot of things a lot of times as well. Got myself out of structures, just walked away and had a totally new, different experience, you know? And it's something that I like so much about Thailand too, is that there's less restrictions, there's less rules. And sure, it creates some amount of chaos, but it also gives you a lot of freedom too. And it gives people a lot of freedom to use common sense. And when common sense abounds, it's so much better than those rules and restrictions. And sure, there's some people that haven't got common sense, but we can deal with those people as well. I prefer it. I prefer it with less rules. So anyway, create freedom, Gabe. It's a perfect time to wake up. Do anything you want. You don't have to subscribe to the restrictions that you have been. Knight of Swords, I was going to read him out of the book. Wow. So we were supposed to have 3 days of rain. I rode to to get my massage yesterday morning. It was all cloudy and it was going to rain around midday when my massage finished, 10 till midday. And get out of my massage, it's bright sunshine, really hot, which it was the rest of the day. And it's gorgeous again today. The weather app put it on. It put it on another day. It's like, oh no, the horrible weather that was going to happen yesterday is going to happen today instead. I don't think so. Gets it so wrong. Oh, it's going to start at 5 o'clock. I don't believe it. It says it's going to start at 5 o'clock. Can't believe it. I think the same thing's going to happen again. But 2 days ago it did rain. Oh my God. It wasn't actually that bad, but when it started just before 4 o'clock when I go to training. So I rode there in a slight bit of rain with massive grey clouds. Obviously it was going to rain heavier. Started training and then it started raining heavy. And then the water started pouring in from behind the fridge. from the upstairs, from behind the fridge, and it was flooding the gym. And so we had to retreat. The water was all going under the mats and sometimes on top of the mats. So we were lifting up the mats and putting them on the side and draining them off. Then he got the mop out and was pushing the water. There was so much water. It was just pouring in. And he was pushing the water toward the side, the edge, because it's kind of semi-open. And I was using my feet as squeegees to kick the water out. So in between rounds, that's what we were doing. It was bizarre. And it's interesting that the owner of the whole complex, as it started raining, he left. Sometimes he stays and watches me train, but he left. I think it's because he knows that there's leaks everywhere and it was going to be devastation. Knight of Swords. But it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun having to deal with floods in the gym. Funny, same thing happened when I was in Kuala Lumpur. When I was training, suddenly the trainers disappeared and looked through and there was water pouring in through the roof. Asia, huh? So most of the time the weather's nice and then it rains. It's like, oh God, I should have put a roof on it. He did think to unplug the fridge after about 20 minutes. It's like, oh yeah, maybe that's a bit dangerous. It's sitting in the flood water. Knight of Swords. Haste, streamlined decision making, intelligence, wit, determination, saving the day. Saving the day. Oh, is that what it's doing? Intelligence, determination, saving the day, pursuit of excellence. Too quick to step in. Save the day. I'm here to save the day. Da, 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 da. This knight has one thing on his mind. It's running towards his success. He's determined and passionate, articulate and intelligent, and he has an intensity that is hard to grasp. With grace and speed of an athlete, he turns on a dime, and since he has no doubt in his sound logic, he succeeds. Are you bringing your belief and competitive assertiveness to your situation? How determined are you to accomplish this and to charge ahead with your quick thinking and strategic decision making? Strive for excellence every single day in order to bring a little of his magic into your life. As with all powerful energies, you may run the risk of being overly forceful or domineering. Be careful not to hurt others with your impatience to win. If you're feeling scattered, distracted, or blocked, spend time organizing your thoughts. Make sure that all of your energy is hurtling in the same direction. For you, right? This is like it says saving the day, but then it says him running towards his successes, using his skills and his energy, his intuition, all of his power for his success, for his own goals. He's not trying to save the day for everyone else. That's what I'm getting from that. Hi, Christine. So, yeah, back to Spider Woman here and Durga. Our connection with Source, our intuition, all of those gifts, it is for us. There are superpowers for our path. Good night, Penny. It's for our path. We don't need to save the day for anyone else. Save ourselves. Save yourself, right? And it's the people that are trying to save everyone else. They're the ones that are in need of saving the most, right? See that over and over again. Save yourself. That's indeed why I called my business Be Healing, you know. To be it yourself. I was being it myself. I needed. You can see that in those videos I just put out. Wild. Muse. What do these have to tell us? The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles are very stable. But they're using their energy for themselves. Half hour left. Then I'm going to be doing a pick a card read for tomorrow. And then I'm going to start recording the July readings. I won't get through them all today, not a chance, but I'll do some of them. 3 of materials. Conspiracies. I just heard conspiracies. What the hell? Conspiracies. Because this is the card of like people working together, planning together, that kind of thing. Conspiracies, though, conspiring together. 3 of materials. I have to read her out. 3 of materials. Conspiracies. Conspiring together. Not conspiracies as in conspiracy theories. Oh God. Somebody posted on Facebook. There are no conspiracy theories, just conspiracy facts. Unfriend. Like, okay, flat earther. You're all fact, is it? Your delusions are all facts. Okay. 3 of materials. The magic of collaborations. Siblinghood. Teamwork, group dynamics, relationships and responsibilities. Mentors and students. Getting along, helping one another, coming together for a common goal. Cooperation, fusing energies, a collaboration of souls. Conspiring together. Which is the opposite, isn't it? It's like, when do we connect with other people then? And when do we use our powers with other people, for other people? And when do we keep them all to ourselves? They weave, play, create, and spin their world to life. These muses of collaboration and creation are able to spin brand new mixtures and to form new life out of seemingly nothing by adding their intention, energy, love, and ideas. Oh, and their work. And their expertise. While one is leading, the others learn from her, and they sway and they twist and they flow from mentor to apprentice, teaching and absorbing. In the sacred flow, they draw in all the materials they need to create their spine of creation, their beautiful pattern of life. You too can work in unison with those around you, picking up leftover strings and filling the gaps. The secret to this harmony is the pull-push of egos dropped, and the respectful sway of mutually beneficial awe for one another's talents. There you go, mutual. That's the key. Show up in essence is when it's reciprocal, when it's mutual, when there's something in it for you. There's got to be that balance there, otherwise it's enabling. Show up in essence and create a loom of magnificence with those around you. It's like that whole, you know, what I was talking about Hiram and the whole what's it called? Charity thing. That's one way. So it's a very arrogant way of viewing it. It's judgment is what it is. It's judgment. They have it worse than me. Are you sure? Are you sure? So, let's read that again. The secret to this harmony is the pull-push of egos dropped, and the respectful sway of mutually beneficial awe for one another's talents. Show up in essence and create a loom of magnificence with those around you. Wow, yes. So, not to be the savior. I learned that one in my work for sure. I'm not the savior. I'm just sharing what I've done for myself. Don't do it for yourself. I had to use it for myself first because I was a mess. And I've shared it along the way. As you can see in those videos that I put out yesterday. I've shared it along the way. And will continue to do so. But predominantly I've used it for myself first. And then now, I used to share it with anyone. Now I share it with those that are looking for it. asking for it. The ones that are already reaching up the hand, yeah, I'll reach down. The ones that are already putting in that action. So when we're taking this to relationships then, from what we've just been told about that willingness to be the aware one or use our intuition or kind of be the teacher in relationships, Timothy, or the therapist in relationships. When we're willing to do that, we're trying to be the savior. And that's never going to work for us because it's a judgment. It's just going to get us a lesson. And it's going to have us attracting those people that are looking for that too, which isn't what we want. So do it for yourself. Nine of Pentacles. Self-sufficient, independent, doing it for yourself. Use it for yourself, do it for yourself. And the Page of Wands. I was getting like a beginner's mind from that. Page of Wands. I'm going to read it out of this book. Page of Wands. Courageous, innocent, rebellious, petulant. There may be new events and opportunities ahead. Be sure to move forward with clear intentions, always remembering to be confident in your abilities. Okay, I'm getting more from this now. So I think I talked about it a few days ago. The willingness to reach down, or the being attracted to people that are going through what you went through before. Being attracted to, as in wanting relationships and friendships with those. It's a work mindset, isn't it? When you've got intuition, when you've got gifts that can help other people, like intuition, like my gift. Yes, that's what I'm going to be doing in my work. I'm going to be attracting those that are behind me a bit, going through things that I've been through, and they're the ones I can help. But choosing and being attracted to those people to be friends with them or to have a romantic relationship with them is something completely different, right? So getting attracted to who we were and trying to love them, as in friends and romantic relationships, is really us trying to love our past selves, or realizing that we deserve love then too. But we have to break free of that being attracted to. We've got to realize it. Oh, I'm attracted to people that are a match to who I was before. It's interesting because I don't know who it was. I think I watched one. It might have been that. I don't know. I can't remember. I can't remember who it was. I only watched two videos from other readers. One was the astrologist, one to go. I watched her last night, her full moon thing, and I watched Minnow. I haven't watched him for ages, but I watched his Taurus reading this morning, but not paying that much attention because I was in the shower. But he said something about, for Taurus, about that reaching behind you, reaching down, that kind of thing. He was calling it a stepping stone soulmate when you do that. And he said it's a stepping stone to your soulmate. The next one will be the right one. And I thought, no, it won't be. Not unless you break that pattern of reaching down to who you were all the time. Your next one will be exactly the same. will be you reaching back again. You've got to break that pattern first. And that's what I'm gaining this time too, is we've got to realize where we are and reach for friendships and relationships at our level. We've got to realize our level. That's loving ourselves and just be aware of that reaching down tendency that we've got. Everyone's being very quiet. You're freaking me out. New adventures just beyond the horizon, the fruition of creativity and ideas. Be confident in your abilities. Move forward. Move forward with clear intentions. Page of Wands signifies an outgoing and enthusiastic individual who's adventurous and risk-taking. Their innocence and possible naivety give them a certain fresh outlook which may be, in many ways, a blessing in disguise. Not yet been influenced by stress and chaos of the world, which also allows them to savor and appreciate life's simple pleasures. This individual is a bearer of positive opportunities and experiences. There's a sense of optimism, kindness, and generosity, but possibly also impatience. There's something about that. There's something about that reaching down that's really important to stop that nonsense around this full moon. Just to become aware of it, you know. You got a pink sky, a pink eye. I'm making you all fall asleep. Okay, well, we've got to do things for ourselves. Use our gifts for ourselves first. Ally with those people that are at our level. Or why not reach higher? Instead of staying in our comfort zone, reaching down. Very familiar, aren't they? The ones that are struggling where we've been. So I recognize that. Yeah, you're where I've been. You're familiar. I believe that I'm still there because it's so familiar to me. Shadow work, dependence, and materialism. It's shadow work. Shadow work. I've done that work. I can help you. The willingness to help people. Yeah. Four of Wands, of course. Marriage. Is that why we've been set up for it? Marriage. The support, the wife, the supporter. That's your job as a woman in a relationship, to do that. And then back to what we were told ages ago about what twin flames are about, creating a new way of being in a relationship. It's all unknown to us, isn't it? We're in this massive shift at the moment, going from women being the supporter, the one that cares for the man being the one that earns the money. Now, we haven't changed those roles very much at all, but we've changed the other roles. The women are out there working and having to look after themselves now, but the roles within relationships haven't changed, but we need to change them. So I wonder if this is why the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles keeps on coming out. Nine of Pentacles, because we're independent people now, right? So how do we have a relationship independently? Two independent people. That's not wound mates. I don't know. I don't know. But let's find out. Let's do it for ourselves. So there's some things that could be coming up around this full moon and the potential pitfalls or potential doing the same things over again that have been hindering us. The veil is thinner, so we're going to see it more clearly. We've got the opportunity to see it more clearly, let's put it that way. Opportunity for ahas. this full moon. Regaining that innocence, the sun, our inner children. And of course, that's what happens, right? The inner child. That's what happens with self-love, is our inner child is taken care of. They can come back out again because they trust us. There we have it. Then we can start off a new journey, change. Then we can have change instead of just attracting the same kinds over and over again of what we don't want. And we're like, why? Why are they all like that? There we go. Thanks everyone for coming along. Thank you for all of your donations and your very presence here. Support of my channel. If you're watching any of those old videos, be sure to click like on them and comment on them as well, because right now they're damaging my channel, and so any bit of help is very much appreciated to bumping those up. Just not because I particularly want people to find them and stuff like that. I just don't want them to harm my channel, which is what they're doing at the moment. So yeah, if you watch any of that stuff, go crazy on it. Comment all over it. Click like all over it, that kind of thing. It will really help. Definitely check out the Healing Path to Your Soulmate class. That's a good one. I don't think I put the breakthrough stuff up there. Maybe I did. I don't know. Thanks, Chris, for doing that. Yeah, have a great weekend, everybody. And let's do this on Monday or your Sunday if you're in the other side of the planet. Have a good one. Have a good weekend. I will be putting out the weekly energy updates for each star sign this evening, and I pick a card read I'm about to record now, tomorrow night, and then maybe on Sunday I'll put out if I finish them by then, I think I will, the July readings for each star sign as well, so check those out too. It's going to be a busy weekend for me. Well, I'll have another day of recording that I don't usually do because it's coming to the end of this month already. See ya. Thanks, everybody. See you next time. Bye. And I do have some full moon readings, like private ones as well, if you want one of those.